Next on the Stan Heath Show, the Bulls battle tough in Cincinnati but fall just short. Then Victor Rudd powers the Bulls past UCF in overtime to give Stan Heath his 100th USF win. Highlights from both of those games coming up. Plus, Chris Perry brings home the American Athletic Conference Rookie of the Week for a 5th time. Then Chris takes us on a tour through the Muma Center. And we'll preview more American Conference action ahead with Rutgers and UConn. All that and more coming up on the Stan Heath Show.
The Stan Heath Show, presented by Kane's Furniture. Quality so good, it's guaranteed for life. The Stan Heath Show is also brought to you by Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCo movie ticket at Cane's. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Kane's Furniture and get a free MovieCo movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCo movie ticket from Cane's. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Cane's.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Welcome back to another edition of the Stan Heath Show. Jim Lighthall along with the head coach himself, Stan Heath. Coach, we're in that part of the season where the calendar flips over to February. People are thinking about postseason, but you're now in the back 9 of the conference schedule.
That time of the year where you want to start playing your best basketball and start hitting a groove, and I feel like our team is moving that direction. We've improved in a lot of areas. We've got a tough slate in front of us right now. Some of the teams we haven't even faced yet. We've got Rutgers twice, and we've got UConn twice, with some teams we got coming up we haven't even seen.
We'll preview some of those teams coming up. Also take a look at Cincinnati and UCF, and in particular that UCF game where you picked up win number 100 with the green and gold.
Well, awesome to be a part of 100 wins. So really proud of our players. They gave us that opportunity. Cincinnati
on the road at the Fifth Third Arena. Tough place to play. Always close between the two of you and always physical.
It's always a tough game. Cincinnati and USF, we just have battles. We have wars. And you know you have to play physical against them. You have to play tough. You have to defend because they really defend as well, too. And I thought our team brought everything they could to that game. We just came up a little bit short. Couldn't make some key shots down the stretch.
You mentioned defense was probably the best you'd seen so far this season in that game.
It was. I thought we held them. We held them to 33% shooting. They were in the 20s from the three-point line. Our defense was stellar in that game. Our team was working on both ends, and we just couldn't find a way to score a little bit more, get ourselves to the free throw line, and get going.
You really took care of the basketball in that game, did a good job rebounding the ball as well.
And they bring pressure. One of the things they want to do is speed you up, get you to turn the ball over, get some offense from your mistakes. And our team did a good job against that pressure. We got some scores against it. We rebounded the ball very well against one of the best rebounding teams in our league.
Just like the first matchup, this one was close. Let's take a look at those highlights in Cincinnati between the Bulls and the Bearcats.
Bulls in Cincinnati, second meeting of the year. This one on the road for USF. Shemaiah McClendon gets trapped at midcourt, gives up the ball, and Shaquille Thomas with the jam for Cincinnati. Bearcats starting off quick. There's a long three by G-Lon Gwynn, and now it's 9-2 Bearcats. But the Bulls come back quickly. Nice up and under there by Victor Rudd, and USF gets a little bit closer. And now Martino Brock, nice move to the basket. Bulls cutting the deficit early and then taking the lead on this three by Victor Rudd. Bulls up by a single point about midway through the half. Jermaine Sanders, the lefty, just inside three, connects for Cincinnati. And then Sean Kilpatrick got going on the breakaway here. Kilpatrick, Cincinnati's leading scorer. He had 18 on this game to lead all scorers. Also hitting from long range. Here's a three for Kilpatrick. And the Bulls are down late first half. Victor Rudd, nice little left hand. That gets the Bulls back to within three. But Gwynn again from three-point range, and Cincinnati takes a 6-point lead on the Bulls at the half. Neither team shooting very well at the break. Things will pick up a little bit in the second half, though. Bulls with a steal here. Corey Allen going to go length of the court, 2 of his 6 points, and the Bulls are back to within 4. Takeaway again. This time it's McClendon finding Martino Brock off the glass, gets the roll and the foul. Chance for a 3-point play, and the Bulls hanging in with the Bearcats. Here's another steal. Martino Brock with the takeaway. And watch the ball movement here. Josh Heath starts it off, then Victor Rudd Jr., and then he finds Chris Perry wide open under the basket for 2. Perry led the Bulls with 13 points, and USF ahead with 14 to go. Cincinnati comes back a long 3, and the Bearcats regain the lead. Then Titus Rubles, high off the glass, hits the shot, draws the foul, and Cincinnati up 5. Nice move here by Josh Heath going on the baseline to drop it in. And the Bulls with an outside jumper. It's Chris Perry again. USF up by 3, less than 8 minutes to go. Now the turnovers, though, really hurting the Bulls. Cincinnati with the takeaway, and this dry spell is going to change the game for USF. Justin Jackson goes high off the glass. Bearcats regain the lead, and then Cincinnati with another steal. They're going to turn to their high scorer, Sean Kilpatrick, number 23, with the ball. Watch him slash, go all the way to the basket, through 2 Bulls, and Cincinnati is up 3. USF not done yet. John Egbunu with the dunk. Bulls bench appreciates that, but just not quite enough. Mick Cronin, the Bearcats, still unbeaten in conference play. Perry and Allen on the leaderboard. Bulls lose by 5.
Coach, once again, this game comes right down to the wire. Interesting, though, for Cincinnati, Sean Kilpatrick, who didn't shoot the ball very well in the game, ends up having the ball in his hands late in the contest.
We really expected that. Sean's one of the best players in the league, and he's proven key times during their season. He's the go-to guy. And even though he wasn't making some of those shots early in the game, he wanted the ball in his hands. You want a guy like that. That's why he's one of the premier players in the league. And Justin Jackson kind of the same way. He comes up with those big rebounds, those stick backs, as well as every now and then he'll get an offensive play, will make something too. But Sean, at the end of the game, between his free throw shooting, his ability to shoot and drive the ball, is a triple threat.
Maybe needed one more three-pointer in that game to get it close at the very end.
We had some good looks. We had some loose ball opportunities that we came up a little bit short on, didn't come up with them. Those possessions would have helped. It seemed like every time the ball was loose, they got it. They ended up scoring out of it, where if we would have got possessions, could have more opportunities to score ourselves.
Chris Perry had a great game at Cincinnati. He's the new reigning American Conference Rookie of the Week. He takes us on a tour of the Muma Center on the other side. Also, we'll look at the UCF game and more from Coach Heath after these words.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Welcome back to the Stan Heath Show. Coach, when you talk about Chris Perry, the freshman out of Bartow, you're going to have to build a new wing here for this kid for Rookie of the Week awards. He's got 5 of them now, including this past one this week.
Quite a freshman year, and we still got so many more games left. And Chris is certainly, I think, a front runner for Rookie of the Year. He's putting up great numbers. I think he's got the highest scoring average and rebounding average of any other freshman in the league. And he's certainly a guy that we're just going to right now. And once he gets inserted into the game really changes for us.
Yeah, he kind of likes coming off the bench, doesn't he?
I think he's very comfortable. He seems to kind of get a read on what's going on. The other team doesn't have that ability to attack him right away at the start of the game because now he's not starting. And then once he gets in the game, our guys know we're going right to him.
He's gotten better as the season's gone on, too, hasn't he?
He really has. He's lost about 10 pounds since the beginning of the season. So he's running. He's in a little bit better conditioning. Still got a little ways to go with that. But he's got a better idea of what's going on. He's still got to work on his defense a little bit, but he is getting better. He's not getting himself in so much foul trouble.
When he got on campus, brand new Sun Dome, brand new Moomis Center for him to work out in. These guys are going to get a little spoiled with all these great facilities.
Well, the key thing about it is they're using them. They're here. They're working on their games. They're in the lounge. The chemistry of the team improves because of some of those things. We've got one of the best facilities in the country. I wouldn't trade our Moomis Center for anyone else.
51,000 square feet. It's men and women's basketball that share the building. And Chris Perry, the freshman, as mentioned, out of Bartow, takes us on a tour around the Moomis Center.
Hello, I'm Chris Perry, freshman forward from Bartow, Florida.
Dribbling on the baseline, puts it back up again, and it's good, and the freshman from Bartow stayed with it. Rundage to the basket, rejected by Chris Perry. He came flying in off of his man.
And I'm here to show you around the Moomis Center. We have a cool little digital type thing right there. LeBron, I heard like LeBron actually has one of those in his house. This is Coach Marsh, the best defensive coach ever. He helps us out. You can hear him. I watch the game on ESPN3. You can hear you like him on the other side of the court. Help, Chris, help. We got like a little refrigerator place. I don't come up here too often. Let's see what they have in their refrigerator. I would take it, but I don't want to, show a bad, whatever you call it, I don't know. This is Connor, Drew, and Nick. My favorite player. He motivated me yesterday to win. Oh, they do everything. They come get us for tutoring. They're just awesome people. They rebound for you. Their job is just like, it's really pivotal, you know what I mean? You guys are really underappreciated, and I really appreciate it. You know what? I'm gonna take you guys out for lunch later on. This is where we practice at, so obviously you want to have a more business mindset. You come in here to get extra shots up. This is actually a lot different than the Sun Dome because the surroundings, you don't have a wall behind the goals. So your shooting touch, it kind of changes a little bit, but I like this gym though. It's one of the better facilities in the U.S. So, oh yeah, that's a big advantage. Even though a lot of us don't spend a lot of time in here, but before practice and stuff, we all get out into the court late, so we just sit out here and just talk, watch TV. So we get a lot of bonding time, I guess. But most of our time goes on in the locker room where we just sit around and talk. like after practice we wait like an hour just to talk about practice and crack jokes and stuff. So this facility, I guess we're kind of spoiled, I guess. Thanks for visiting the Muma Center. Hopefully you guys got a good glimpse of how we live here at the Muma Center.
And Coach, maybe the best part about the Muma Center is the players having access 24/7.
That's so important, and our players take great advantage of that. Some guys like to work out in the morning. Some guys like to work out after practice. Some guys like to work out late at night, and that's really important. And some guys like to just kind of lounge around and in the TV room, and you see about 4 or 5 guys congregating around, and it really builds your chemistry too. So many things you can do, including lifting weights, including your treatments and your rehabs, things you've got to do to keep yourself healthy.
Great benefit for these kids to kind of have a home away from home at times.
Oh, I know they love it. They really enjoy it, and they appreciate the Mumas and the university for giving them that kind of a facility to make themselves better and to keep themselves in an environment that's very comfortable for them.
Having all those baskets at their disposal has paid off for the last couple of years. When we come back, let's take a look at the overtime game at UCF. It's a rivalry game, a ton of fun this week. We'll take a look at the highlights after this.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCo movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free MovieCo movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCo movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCo movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free MovieCo movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCo movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
Welcome back to the Stan Heath Show. Bulls hitting the road this week to take on the UCF Knights over in Orlando. Coach, this rivalry has been building in football and obviously in basketball for a couple of years. Home team lost both games last year, believe it or not.
Yeah, hour and a half away from each other. A lot of kids that we both recruited on their team, on our team, and obviously a fan base that wants to see a rivalry, and it is. And so it's a great start to a new rivalry.
This game got off to a high-flying start. Your team was playing above the rim. A lot of points in the early going.
It was just off the bat. I mean, so many dunks, so many highlight plays on both ends of the court. I don't think either team was really getting any stops. The scoring percentages were unbelievable. And that's the way it was. It was a fun game at the start. And neither team, you saw two groups of players, their side and our side, just battle. And I don't think anybody took a significant lead in that game.
You got a lot of extra possessions because you took care of the ball and a lot of offensive rebounds.
Yeah, 2 big keys for us. And we knew coming into the game they were the best rebounding team in our league. And we had to battle there. Not only did we hold our own, we actually won that battle there. And we had to take care of the basketball. It helped us. We got multiple possessions. I think we got 7 more shots at the basket than them. Both teams shot the same amount of free throws. But we were really good in transition, and we're really good in our zone offense, our best zone offensive execution for the year.
How about the 2 seniors delivering for you?
That's what you want. You're on the road, big-time game. You've got 2 seniors out there on the floor that have been through it, and they lead you. Victor Rudd, he was fantastic. I mean, down the stretch, I think he scored 8 of our 9 points in the overtime, as well as 24, 25 points for the game. And Martino Brock just really, I thought, changed the game once he got into it. He made play after play, going to the rim, attacking off the dribble, offensive rebounds. He did a lot for us.
This one came down to the final shot. Here's the highlights.
Bulls and Knights in Orlando. UCF starts it off with a deep three from the corner, but you're going to see a lot of number 2 in this game. Victor Rudd comes back with a 3, and it's all tied. Here's Zach Leday with the dunk. Bulls in transition to take the early lead. Rudd again setting up John Egbunu for another dunk. Coming back the other way, it's Brandon Goodwin with a 3 for UCF. Inside it goes, Rudd with the dunk. An explosive first half for both of these teams. They both shot well. Here's the steal by McClendon. This isn't exactly how they drew it up as the ball gets knocked away, but it goes right to Leday in the paint. He gets the dunk. Coming back the other way, it's a 3 for Matt Williams. He had 4 of them on the night for UCF, and we're all even again. Not for long, though. Heath finds John Egbunu for another dunk, and then Corey Allen from three-point range connects. UCF comes roaring back with a couple of threes of their own. They were 7 of 20 behind the arc in this game. Tied up with about 6 minutes to go, and the Bulls with a takeaway here. Transition basketball again for USF. Very effective in this game. Ball knocked away momentarily, but McClendon finds Martino Brock. Mid-range jumper good. Martino had 17. Keith Sykes high off the glass for UCF, and a dizzying first half comes to a close. It really gets fun in the second half. Josh Heath finds John Egbunu for the dunk. UCF coming back the other way. That's a 3 from Casey Wilson. He had 11 points in the game. Bulls turn it over here. UCF on the attack. It's Wilson again. And the Bulls give up 2 here. USF only turned it over 8 times in this game. Again, a near turnover here with Wilson in the middle of it, but a loose ball scooped up by Victor Rudd. And here he goes. 25 points, 10 rebounds. Victor Rudd about to take this game over. Here's a little runner from Rudd. 2 more for USF. And the Bulls leading in overtime. Pried away by Martino Brock. Who you think he's looking for? Victor Rudd again with emphasis. The Bulls are up 4 midway through overtime. But now a turnover, and UCF coming back. They're going to hit the 3. Matt Williams ties the game. We're starting over with less than a minute to go in overtime. Now the defensive play of the game, John Egbunu with the block on Sykes. McClendon is fouled, going to the line with just a couple of ticks left. First one good, second one no good. Calvin Newell, look how close this comes for UCF. This was in time. It would have counted, but no good, and the Bulls beat the Knights 79-78 in Orlando.
Coach, after looking at the highlights, another crazy finish. It seems like we say this every week.
It was an unbelievable game. Great finish. It was great to get out of there with that W. Both teams, I think, just left it on the floor, and we felt very fortunate, but we made some big plays.
Yeah, and you get another shot at UCF, or maybe they're looking at another shot at you coming up in just a little over a week.
Boy, it comes up quick the way this schedule goes. But, yeah, they'll be back at our place here in a Saturday coming up, and we've got to be ready to go.
2 teams that shot a very high percentage in that game. That's what winning basketball is all about, taking care of the ball, shooting a high percentage.
Shooting high, winning the boards, finishing at the end. You know, being able to close out a game, we needed a big free throw to win it. Shemai McClendon came up with it. We need a big block at the end. Johnny Boone came up with that too. So that's the way you got to win games sometimes.
All that's in the rearview mirror. Bulls have games with Rutgers coming up as well as UConn. We'll preview those 2 opponents coming up next.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free movie-come movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free movie-come movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a movie-come movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose, and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Welcome back to the Stan Heath Show, starting to wrap things up for this week, and that means, Coach, that we're going to take a look at your next opponents, which starts with Rutgers on Saturday night right here at the Sundome.
Very, very dangerous team. Guys that can just score all over the court. Miles Mack, J.J. Moore, as well as Seegers. All 3 of those guards, a lot of veteran experience, too. Even their big guys off the bench. You've got Jack, who's been playing a lot of minutes for him as well, too. This team has experience. We've got to make sure that we get that game a little bit up and down because transition is something that we can be effective against them. At the same time, it's a team that we've got to battle on the boards, and we've got to win that area.
Lost a close game to them last season. This is a new system, though, for Rutgers, too.
Yeah, Eddie Jordan has just taken over from the NBA. A little bit of that Princeton style that we've seen from Georgetown, some of those other programs. A team that can really shoot the 3. We've got to guard the 3. That's been a kind of an area we've struggled with at times. That's going to be really important in this game.
That's a doubleheader, by the way, at the Sundome on Saturday. The women will play UCF, and then the men at 8 o'clock against Rutgers. Then, Coach, you're on the road Wednesday night against the UConn Huskies.
UConn's a very, very strong basketball team. They've been ranked really high at times. They've dropped out. Now they're right back in the rankings. 2 of the best guards you're going to face, that tandem, Napier and Boatwright, seems like they've been playing forever. They're a dynamic duo. They can really hurt you in a lot of different ways, not just scoring, but passing and playmaking as well, too.
They can play a lot of different ways. It's going to be fun on the road on Wednesday. Coach, good luck both games.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
All right, that's Stan Heath. That will do it for this week's edition of the Stan Heath Show. I'm Jim Lighthall. We'll be right back with you again next week.
The Stan Heath Show has been presented by Canes Furniture. Quality so good it's guaranteed for life. The Stan Heath Show is also brought to you by Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.